Hey, this is Jaytard from the Blox Bros, and welcome back to the Blox Bros Labs, where we show you the best tutorials, aesthetic features, and innovations from the Blox Bros. So without further ado, let's just get started with episode 3 of this series. So today we're going to be employing tips and tricks we learned in the Details Lab in the previous episode, and there's a random chicken, just not going to pay attention to it. And we're going to be employing them into independent room designs of houses. And today I will show you the Kitchen Lab and the Restroom Lab / Bathroom Lab, whichever you prefer. And in the coming episodes I will show you other rooms of houses that you may want to see. So I'm going to start with the Kitchen Lab. So here we have a 50s diner style of kitchen that I tried to go for. It's a very common kitchen styling, and where I used the pistons extended as tables, or powered as tables, and I also use it over here. And I also employed the use of the stovetop design with the pressure plate on top of a furnace, and the refrigerator. Also, for some added detail, I added a furnace on top to make it look like a microwave or whatever. Really, it really doesn't look much like a microwave, it just adds a little bit to it, and a little bit of detail. Also, I added some cutting boards over here, because you're in a kitchen, you're going to be cutting some foodstuffs up for your little babbies to eat, or for yourself to eat, whichever. And also, in the other side of the room, I added a storage closet where you can add all your food stuff, to add some practicality to the design of this kitchen. And I have a random sign in my inventory. That's really professional of me. Score 1, Jaytard. Alright. So here in this kitchen, I went for a sandstone and wood theme. So here I used the piston tables, as in the other kitchen over there, and I placed a cake just for kicks. Cake for kicks, you know. And I had the sandstone half slab couch kind of look to it, where you can sit and you can eat your food, such as that. And this one I tried to go for less of a kitchen and more of a kitchen / dining room for a smaller house that you may have to combine the two. And I used the microwave and refrigerator and the cutting boards, as well as a sink in this one that's unique from that one, and the stovetops. And here I put what would you say there? Can't even say it. Suspended, that's the word. Suspended furnaces to sort of look like an overtop cooking area, which I've seen in many kitchens. And here I also added another chair for you to sit at, and a crafting table covered by a wooden pressure plate. I like that better with a wooden pressure plate on top because it just looks a little better, because I don't like the top of the crafting table. So moving on to the next two designs. Here we have a mostly wooden themed room where I used as much wood as possible, hence wooden themed. And here I have the piston tables, as in the other ones, the crafting table, as in the other ones, and a sandstone chair where I thought it complemented the wood nicely because it's sort of a brownish color, or a very, very light brownish color. And here I have the stovetops, and a nice little painting that acts as a window looking over a nice mountain landscape with a sun setting in the background. How romantic. Alright, let's move on from that. It's pretty sappy. And here I added bookshelves so you can store your recipes that you come up with in the kitchen, because you're going to be experimenting in that kitchen. And I added a refrigerator as well, and also a cutting board. And I added some dimension with the detail of the wooden stairs and the wooden slabs. Forgot the names for a second. And I also added trapdoors just for that added little extra detail that I like to put in. And somebody broke this. Well, let's fix that on the fly. Totally gonna recover from it, you know. Well, there goes with that. And there we go. Totally fixed that. Somebody broke that. I don't remember doing that, but yeah, even more professional of you. Score 2, Jaytard. Alright, and I added the chest in minecart closet design here, just to change things up from the last closet back over in that kitchen over there. And I thought it'd be a good idea to employ all the alternative uses of blocks I could possibly do in these showcases of design. And I'll probably post a tutorial on how to actually get the minecarts this way, because somebody asked me how to do that, so I should probably inform as to how you do that. So let's move on to the next one. Here we have a medieval styled one with a wool wall, try saying that 3 times fast, with the trapdoors to kind of represent the wooden supports they used to put in wool back in the medieval days. Or maybe it wasn't wool, it was maybe just cloth, but nevertheless, it looks medieval to me. And I also added the stovetops and a chest for practicality purposes, and fence post for a little bit of added geometry and dimension. Here's that word geometry. Finally came up with another word for it, and it is dimension. Alright, then I used the crafting table and the piston tables. And I used 2 chests for where I would think you would stack your coal for the fire beneath, not belief. What is belief? Alright, and which you would use to power your fire, which would cook your furnaces on top of that fire. So you'd have a flame-broiled, nice pork chop or raw beef. At that point, I guess it would just be cooked beef, but let's move on from that. And I also added a sink, even though there's no plumbing in medieval days. I just thought it'd be a good idea. So that is our medieval-styled kitchen. And I also added a wooden ceiling because I thought there was just too much cobblestone and stone, so I added that for a little bit of extra color. So let's move on to the next 2 styles. Here we have the ultra-modern style I was trying to go for. This one I tried to use as little wood as possible, and I think I pulled it off, except for that dang lever. You could have just not put a little nozzle on the sink, but I had to. I just had to. It was bothering me. And I also added this to kind of be like a, I don't even know, like a wine holder, I guess, in an ultra-modern house. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. And I also added the suspended furnaces here as well, and the stovetops, and the refrigerator, as well as glass panes for little supports on the countertop parts. So that is that. I tried to go with a black and white sort of theme with little extra colors of black and white, such as gray, which I could have just said, with little grays in the design as well, to give it a little bit of difference in the walls, in the carpet. And I think it turned out very well. This is one of my favorites. And aside from that, we actually have a little bit of extra counter space, and I think this is one of the only ones that actually has that little extra part. And let's move on from there onto our last kitchen over here, and I'm already proven wrong. Wow. Alright, well that was quick. Here we are using a fireplace again, because it is a brick house, and you're going to be using a fireplace in a brick house, because a brick chimney, of course. And same as the other one, except I use brick in this one. Also, I have a weird style window that I actually just kind of experimented around with, and I really actually like it. Of course, there are holes in the house for little creepy crawlies and or monsters to crawl through. Obviously, they can't crawl through that small space, but you know, for realism's sake, I just wanted to come up with something. And let's move on from that amazing commentary topic onto the sink. Yeah, it's a sink. That's about it. And here we have the stovetops, as with every other kitchen, and the extra dimension and geometry from the brick stairs, and iron bar supports, and nether brick ceiling, and nether brick floor. Sorry. And I thought that really complemented the brick very well, and I liked it a lot, actually. So, those are all the kitchens that I have designed. I'm going to be mimicking these block palettes and overall design in the restrooms lab, where I'm going to be showing you restroom designs. Obviously, it's a restroom lab. I mean, what else would I show you? And here we have restrooms, of course, and yeah. So this is the 50s style as mimicked in the kitchens back over there. And I have a sink, a mirror, and counter space, and a chest. With a toothbrush, and still a sign in my inventory. With a toothbrush and a towel, I guess. I tried to just put some paper in there, because you're going to need paper to wipe your face after brushing your teeth a bit. And here I added the toilet from the Alternative Uses of Blox episode. And I'm not even going to say what that is. I think you can guess what that is. And here we have a shower with 2 nozzles, getting fancy, and some shower shells, which I can't really store anything in, but they're there for detail. And that is the 50s style of kitchen. And now we move on to the sandstone and wood block palette style of kitchen, not kitchen. These aren't kitchens, these are bathrooms. You can't cook things in bathrooms. What am I saying? Alright, get back to it. Here's the sandstone and wood bathroom style, not kitchen. Wow. And here I have little counter space as well as in there, as I did in there. And I have a sink and a chest. And in this one we have a little bathtub that you can splish splash around in. And out of there I go. And here I have a little counter or something, or a little block for your head, I guess. So when you're sitting in the bathtub. What am I saying? I'm starting to speak badly again. I'm decaying as the video goes on. Let's go before I completely decay into a smoldering pile of nothingness and incoherent thought. Alright, let's just get going. And here I have another toilet, which I made out of sandstone this time, where you can flush it, of course. And that is about it, except for the carpet. And that is about it now. Oh wait, not about it. That is not about it. I added some windows on the top, and I added them on the top level because you don't really want any peeping toms looking in on you while you're taking a little splish splash in the bathtub. So I thought instead of putting them right there, I put them up there, as they do in some bathrooms. So moving on into the wooden block palette style. This is one of my favorites, actually, because everything just goes together really well, because there's a lot of wood detailing blocks you can use. So here I have a sink, a chest, and a mirror, as with the other ones. And here I have a bathtub with a little nozzle, and also a shower, so you can spray from the top and splish splash in the bottom. And also I have a toilet with a pressure plate on top. That's a wooden pressure plate, because this toilet is made out of wood this time. And there we go. And I also added a sandstone ceiling to give a little bit of contrast between the wood. I needed another color, I thought, so I did that. And I also added it over there. And now we move on to the medieval style of bathroom. Here we have a little washing cauldron to wash your hands in after you take a poo in the bathtub, I guess, because in medieval days they did not have indoor plumbing. Then again, if they didn't have indoor plumbing, how would they have a nozzle for whatever. Don't pay attention to that small detail, but I just made a washing cauldron because I thought they didn't have any sinks. Then again, I put a sink in the other kitchen. Just don't pay attention to that. The little details, they don't matter. Alright. And all this time I've been stressing how much details matter. And now I'm going against myself. Let's just get back to it. And here I added some counter space with a stone pressure plate. And, yeah, that's about it, except for the windows that I added on top, like in the sandstone one, but that's really nothing new in this design. It's more of just a copy of what I did in there. And that is about it for this medieval styling. So let's move on to the next two. And I'm just not gonna pay attention. I don't know how that got there. I'm sorry. That's really indecent of me. That's very no. That's bad exposure. Oh, and he's running away now. All right, and okay, goodbye. Goodbye, friend. Thanks for taking a poo in my toilet and then running away. You're such a nice guy. All right, I'm gonna keep moving on for sake of tutorial purposes. And here we have two sinks because it's really fancy. Oh, he's back. What's he doing? Oh, thanks. Thanks, buddy. At least you wiped yourself. That's good. Promoting hygiene on the Blox Bros, you know. Score 3, Jaytard, I guess, because I got him to run away. Yeah, don't come back. Alright, let's keep going. Here we have a wraparound mirror, because it's a very modern style of house, and that's very common in modern style houses. And here we have a slightly bigger bathtub, and that's a nice place to splish splash around in, as with the other ones. And that is that. That's about it for this style of bathroom. And here we have the final bathroom style, and it mimics the brick and nether brick style from the kitchen that looked alike in this way, but here we have 2 sinks, as in the other one, getting fancy, moving on up the chain, you know, and 2 mirrors. I didn't connect them because I thought that really wouldn't go with the theme of this bathroom. And I have some counter space here, and a bathtub that is very, how would you say, just lowered. I was gonna say de-elevated, but that is not a word, so why would I say that? So it's a very de-elevated bathtub. And here we have the toilet, as with all the other oh, he's back! And... Oh! Alright. And you're carrying your poo. Okay, well... And are you gonna... You're gonna throw it in my sink? Oh wait, he didn't throw it. Okay, thanks buddy. Thanks, buddy. Oh, he's happy. Good. I promoted good hygiene and made him happy. And he's crawling toward me. Okay. I'm gonna totally not pay attention to that, because that freaks me out. Here we have the toilet design, as with many others of the bathrooms. They all have toilets, so you're gonna have a toilet in a bathroom, or else it might get a little bit messy. So, that is that. Got a nice pressure plate on top. I always showcase that because I like that about it. I like having that pressure plate as dimension and geometry to it and some detail. And in the walls of the bathroom, I added brick stairs to give it a little bit of detail and dimension. Saying that word again. I'm already overusing the other word for geometry. Wow, look at me. And I've got... I like the addition of geometry and dimension these bricks give this. I actually really like the way that they look in this, obviously. So that is that. I've got the nether brick floor and ceiling, as with the other one. And it seems we are coming to an end of this Blox Bros episode 3, and I'm just going to pass by. I'm not going to pay attention to it. Obviously, if you like the video, please leave a like rating and or send us a comment of what you liked and what we can improve, and maybe if you didn't like it, tell us what we can do better. So, on the next episode, we will be exploring a new lab that I will be calling the Living Room Labs. I'm going to be showing you living room designs, because I promised I would show you some other rooms of houses, so I'm gonna do it. I go with my promises. Alright, he's back, and he's running away. Okay, well, guess I should go with the outro. This has been Jaytard from the Blox Bros, and I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for watching.